Hello everyone and welcome to the video lecture series of mobile application development. Students, in this session we are going to learn about the recycler view in Android. Welcome once again, this is your instructor Janice Shah. So now let me just tell you that what do we mean by the recycler view, how we can implement it, okay, and why recycler view is very much important to us. Students, the recycler view we can say is a super class of list view and the grid view. I hope that you people already know about the list view and the grid view. So now it is correct time to learn about the recycler view. In most of the time, today's time, we people are using the recycler view. Why? Just because, see, it extends the view group that class implements the scrolling view interface. That means whatever you built up in the recycler view is by default the scroll view. Okay, this recycler view is introduced in the Android Marshmallow. It is an advanced version of list view and the grid view, which can extend the performance and the improvements in the fetching of the data and showing the results in the list or grid view. Recycler view is mostly used to design the UI with the fine grained control list and the grids of the Android application. Students, if you want to use the recycler view, what do you need? See, it is a very much important thing, okay, always remember this, because in the recycler view program we just need to understand that what type of files we need. So to develop the recycler view, what we need, okay, so for that you just need to remember the previous part of the list view and the grid view. To develop or design the list view or grid view, what you people need, one is a normal list view or grid view, a layout file that contains the list view or grid view, that is your activity main.xml file, right? Second file is all about the list view items, that what about the list view things goes on. Third thing, students, I think you just need to use the adapters. You need the adapter class that can bind the data between the list view and the data sources. So you need the three different files, 2 to 3 different files. And now here during the coding of the recycler view, what we need 4 different files. So let me just explain each and every one. So this is the recycler view, this is the layout manager, this is the adapter, and this is the data set. So adapter is work between the layout manager and the data set. Fine. So what we need the recycler view.adapter class that will handle the data collection and bind it to the view. It will handle, so adapter class is doing the data collection and bind to the view components. Now second one is the layout manager that helps in the positioning the item. Third one is item animator that helps to animate the items in a common operation like addition of the items or removal of the items. So see, this is normal list view, but it is developed by using the recycler view. Okay, so what exactly we are going to develop today, that I will definitely explain during the coding. So this is just an example, this is not exactly that what we are going to implement by programming. Okay, this is just an example, students. Here it is, this is just an example. Now let me just show the recycler view example code. So what we have, students, see, this is the recycler view example. The very first thing I am talking about the Android manifest file. There is nothing extra that you need to write inside the manifest file, so just keep this file as it is. Okay, the very next thing that you need to learn about, it's all about the activity underscore main.xml file. I have already told you that same as the list view and the grid view, we need to write down the recycler view inside the activity main underscore xml file, or in a main or in an activity in which you want to bind your recycler, or I can say list view or grid view. So here we have already the binding the recycler view inside our activity underscore main.xml file. So bind the recycler view, you just need to write down like this, like android x.recycler view.widget dot recycler view. I have already defined the ID as a recycler view. Height and width is a match parent because I just want my recycler view in the whole screen. Next, color is already defined over here and my recycler view tag is completed. Okay, so the very first step you need to do is bind your recycler view, or I can say just write down the recycler view tag inside your activity underscore main.xml file. Fine. So what will be the next step? So students, the next step is to create the layout that is known as the item underscore design.xml file. See that what type of things we need in the repetitive mode, because in the recycler view what we are going to do is, if you can see the WhatsApp chat, then it might be possible you first get the profile picture over here. Okay, profile picture over here. On the right side of that we get the name of the user, on the bottom of that we get the message, and on the right side of that we get the time, like Janice Shah, its profile picture, that message that it's an Android lecture class, and the time is like 10:30 a.m. So such type of things we can easily see inside the WhatsApp chat interfaces. Now if you can see, this WhatsApp chat is continuously repeating the same design on the below, for the chat, below chat, in the next chat. So this whole layout interface, students, we can develop using recycler view. So here it is. If you can see, I will definitely explain this code while using the programming, but just see the little bit what we have developed over here, or what we are going to develop. I have already told you that in the WhatsApp screen, so we are going to develop the WhatsApp screen chat list same like that. So here is the relative layout I just taken the one card widget over here. This is the whole card. Inside it I have just taken one image view. Now on the beside of the card I have taken one text view, so that takes the name. Next, students, with that, see, let me just show. So with this text view I have defined the message description, and this is the time. Okay, so these three text views are there. One is the card view, and inside the card view I have the image view. Fine, this is some type of design we are going to develop today. Now what next? Next, students, is all about the model class. Now remember, whatever the things or whatever the view components you have already used in your design elements, okay, these all elements need to have a model class while you are using the list using the recycler view. Clear? So if you remember the model class, that means the class that contains the getter and setter method and the basic constructor. The thing is known as model class. If you are aware about the Hibernate concept of the Java, you already know about this, the model class concept. Okay, and I think we have already used this concept in the previous one. So the model class is nothing but the class that contains the getter and setter method as well as the constructor inside it, that is known as the model class. Now just remember, or just let me just move the previous slide, that what we have, then let me just show you. See, so students, we have this thing. We have one image view, the name, the profile picture, that means the image view, the name of the user, that means the text view. Okay, another one is a name as a description, message description, another is a title view, text view as a time. See, we have already take one divider text view over here. So divider text view is nothing but it contains the divider line that it comes in between of two different views. Okay, one is a chat list view, another chat list view. In between both of them we have one divider line. So what I did, I just take a image view as an integer, string as a name text view, string is a message text view, string as a time text view, and next one is the divider text view. So we have how many components? 5. One for the profile picture, one for the name, one for the message, one for the time, and one for the divider that divides or that comes in between two different chats. So my model class contains all the things, and I have just initialized the basic constructor over here. Next, my getter and setter method, I am just going to use the getter method over here, because to set the data I am going to use the model class constructor. Next, we need adapter or I can say the view holder class. So view holder class is a different thing and adapter is a different thing. Students, the next thing that we need to develop is a view class. View holder class. So what do we mean with the view holder class? Students, this view holder class holds the view of each and every component that we are going to use inside our recycler view. So see, here we have the image view, name text view, message text view, time text view, the divider text view as a variable. And these should extend the recycler view holder. I have already explained that we need to develop a class, or I think say the 4 different files, and one of them is a view holder class. This should extend the recycler view holder, and inside it we just need to map the each and every variable by using the find view by ID. So here the item view dot find view by ID. So view holder class constructed as a view object as item view. And item view dot we just need to write like find view by ID and map with over here. In the next step we just need to call the set data method. There we just need to bind our each and every view data to this particular view holder class objects. The next and the last file is all about the adapter classes. Adapter class is nothing but this file is used to set the data, or I can say it is a work as a bridge between the layout manager and the dataset. So this is my adapter class that contains the extends the recycler view dot adapter view holder as the object parameter. Now this is a list model class user list where we are going to override the one method that is known as view holder on create view holder method. We just need to write like this that inflates the item design, that means the file that contains your whole design, and on bind view holder you just need to map with the data elements. And the next file, it's all about the main activity Java file where we are going to create the constructor, or like I can say the object of the as a user list, and set the data inside it and set the adapter over here. So how the each and every file looks like, let me just show by using the practical first. So students, let me just explain the each and every file. So which four Java files we need over here? That one is adapter class, main activity Java class, model class, and view holder. Let me just show the steps to develop the recycler view one by one. First thing that you need to remember this, there is no change inside the endpoint manifest.xml file. Okay. Now, second thing, what do we need to write over here inside the activity underscore main.xml? So in the activity underscore main.xml file, you just need to write down your recycler view tag. So same as the linear, we can say the grid view, okay, and the linear view, list view, we just need to write down over here the recycler view, okay. Very next thing is all about the item design. So let me just show the item design little bit in a bigger way so you will get a better idea. This is our image view component. This is our message name, this is our description, and this is our time. So how did I take it? So let me just show the whole code for the same. See, wait a minute, let me just bring it a little bit more so you will get a better idea for that. So inside the relative layout, I am going to take one relative layout. This relative layout has width as a match parent, height as a wrap content. Now this relative layout has the width as a match parent, height is already given to it, it's a 95 dp, and the ID is relative layout, background color is white. Now inside it I am going to take a card layout. So this is a card layout in which I am going to put the image view. So it's a better option to get the card layout because we can give the card elevation, card radius. So if you want your image in a I can say like a profile picture, okay, then you can use the card view and image view inside the card view. Fine. This is a very good option to develop the concept like a WhatsApp chat profile icon. So this is the card view where I have developed the layout with 60 dp, height is 60 dp, card elevation is 30 dp, margin left and top is already given, and card quadrant radius is 50 dp. Now inside it I am going to take the image view that contains the basic drawable image over here. Now the next thing we have the text view. So this text view is nothing but it is used to set the name of the person. That's why I'm going to take as a, let me just show you the default tag is LGU and the ID is a name text view. Okay. The layout width is 120 dp, height is 30 dp, and the right of the card view on the margin top is 20 dp. Text size is 20 sp. Now on the below of that I'm going to take another text view that contains the time. So this time text view is on the right side of the LGU. That's why I just put it on the margin left. So this is a margin 75 that you can see over here inside the layout architecture. This is a margin left is 75 dp, margin top is 20 dp. Left to the right of the name text view, text is already written over there like 23 am, color is black and text is already set. See, normally the time text is a little bit small than the name and the message description. That's why I set it as a 12 sp and the text size of the name is a 20 sp. Now, what about the message description? So it's a message text view. How are you? It's a 15 sp. Obviously, message is little bit small than the name text view, and the time is small rather than the message text view. So width is 120, height is 30, same as the previous one. The name below of the name text view, and everything is set over here. Now, what next? This is nothing but is a divider. I just put a divider line over here, okay, which is like a divider text view. On the margin left is 20 dp, same as this, okay, same as the LGU and how are you text, that means same as the name text view and the message description text view. We just need to set the left margin for the divider line, as well as the text size is 15 dp over here and the weight is matched parent. Clear? This is all about my recycler view is created. Now close the relative layout and relative layout. So this is my design is completed. Now I want to set the data over here, okay, and want this same thing multiple times, okay. So for this, what we need to do over here, students, we just need to develop the model class. So this model class contains how many parameters? If you are thinking, then just let me just know that which things you are going to make repetitive times, like this image view, this text view, this text view, this text view, and this divider line. So this image view, that means your profile icon, that means image view number 1. Second one is name text view. Third one is message text view. Fourth one is a divider, and fifth one is a tag. So that's why I am going to create a model class over here. This model class contains like image view, name text view, message text view, tag text view, and divider over here. To set the data, my public constructor is ready. Let's set the data for it, and get methods are there that is going to be used to get the data. So to set the data, we have the constructor. To get the data, we have the get methods. If you do not use the set methods, then it's okay. Do not worry about it because we already set by using the model class constructor. Got it? So this all thing is done. Ready? This is my model class. Nothing else. Nothing new in this. Okay. Now let me show you the next class, which is very much important. This is known as view holder class. See, this view holder class should extend the recycler view.viewHolder. Each and every element is written over here as a private data elements. Now the public view holder image item view is set like this. See the find view by ID. So I'm just set the each and every ID that is written inside my XML file and bind it over here. So the task that we are going to do inside the main activity of Java file here. See what is our first role in the main activity of Java, that we are going to bind our XML data elements with my Java. Okay, but this task is done inside the view holder class in the recycler view example. This is nothing, it's just a simple binding of the XML elements with the Java elements. And the next, the method is used to set the data like image sources. So it just set the data that we have contains inside the XML files. Okay, so each and everything is written over here. So text method is this. Don't forget to write the image set image resource inside the image view. And remember, image view is nothing but it's a image view is an integer variable inside the model class, but here it's by default as image view because it's a Java class. Next thing is all about the adapter class. So we are going to use the adapter class over here. So this my adapter class contains the list of the model class. So this, remember, this must be the list of the model class objects. Okay. Now it should extend the recycler view.adapter view holder, and view holder method is on create view holder. Here students, we need to create the view as a view is equal to layout inflator dot inflate from parent dot get context dot inflate. See, r dot layout dot item underscore design. So this is our item underscore design class that we have developed like this. So what layout you want to inflate, that you need to set over here. Call parent and attach to no, it's false, and return the new view holder object. On main view holder, we just need to set the data. So we just going to get the user list, get position, and the image view. Set inside the image name, message type, divider, and set data method is called. Remember, this image name, message, set, divider is all set. It is called the method set data, which is already written inside the view holder class. See, it will going to be called this particular method. So first, this is we have the adapter class. Okay, inside we just need to call the set data method. Okay, by call using the object of the view holder object. And this is the get item count. You just need to set the user list, nothing else. So size of the user list is you can get the how many items are there in the list, so we can get using the item count method. Now, this is my final class that we are going to learn today, that is about the main activity.java file. So soon as this main activity.java file contains first recycle view object, linear layout manager, because I want to show my data in the linear layout. Recycler view contains the two manager classes, layout manager classes. If you remember in the PPT, I am going to show the layout manager. Two layout managers are there. One is linear layout manager, second is the grid layout manager. Okay. So I have taken first the example of the linear layout manager. This grid layout manager object is not going to be used. That's why it's a little bit blank. Now, list of the model class I need to create. Object is a user list, and the adapter class object is an adapter class. Fine. Now, on the onCreate method, I just need to write like this. See, the user list is equal to new array list. So first set the data. We need to add the data inside the array list. How to add the data? We just need to call a method like add. We are going to call the object of the new model class. So new model class is a r.drawable. First is an image view. Second one is a name. Third one is a message. Fourth one is a time, and fifth one is a divider text view. How sir you can get this data? See the model class object. Here it is the data. So I am just going to set the data inside by using calling the model class method. So constructor is called over here inside the main activity of Java file. I am just repeating these steps for the so many times, taking the name as a cabin. So cabin 1, 2, 3, 4 and up to dash dash dash. So we'll get the better idea. And taking the same image, so we can see the list over the each and every chat. Now what next? First we just need to bind the recycler view with the XML file in Java file. Then set the create the object of new linear layout. Set the orientation as a linear layout is there, so you need to set the orientation like vertical and horizontal both. So here by default this layout is vertical, and then set the layout manager as a linear layout manager. Then we just need to set the add item decoration, that is a method which is used inside the recycler view. So add item decoration, the new divider item decoration, we need the divider item decoration. Layout manager dot horizontal. Fine. That means we need the layout divider in the horizontal way, and then we need to create the object of the adapter class, set the user list over there, and set the adapter by using the set adapter method and notify the data set change. Whenever the data set is changed, it will notify to the recycler view. So this is the whole program for the recycler view. How many files we need? 4 different files. One for the main activity of Java file, in which we just need to set the data, call the user list method, bind the data, recycler view, by the recycler view, set the adapter method over there, and show the result to the user. First, we need to make the model class. Second one, that model class is dependent on the design, then how many view components are there, we just need to set the model class over there. Third one, that we need is a view holder class. That view holder class contains the, or I can say extend the recycler to the view holder, that contains the set data method as well as the view holder constructor that will bind other view components to the XML file. Next one is model classes I already told you. Next one is adapter class that contains the on bind view holder. The once you bind the view holder data element, then what we need to do? That all things is written inside this adapter class. So now it's time to run the code and show the output and how it works. As well as I'm going to show the output in the horizontal way to you guys.
Okay students, so now just let me just run the code and show the output for the same. So my mirror is running. Okay, see, so this is how we can see the each and every data, like Kevin, how are you, Kevin 2. This is our name, this is the image view, this is the time, and this is a message description and the divider line. Fine. Now see, let me just show something. See, if you can, student, if you can just change this vertical orientation to horizontal orientation. Okay, now let me just run the app first. So see, now the orientation is done. See, this is how we can get the data in a horizontal way. Fine. Now next, see, instead of the linear layout, if you want to go with the grid layout, then you just need to use this layout manager as a grid layout manager. Okay, and this grid layout manager contains some grid, that how many span counts you want, that I want the 2 grids, and set inside the recycler view. So let me just remove the object of the linear layout manager. Okay, and set the linear layout manager. Let me just remove these 2 different lines. So now my grid layout is ready to work, I think so. So instead of the add item decoration is for the linear layout, if we ignore this, then it might be possible that our app will get the show the results. Terminate the app and show me the output. See, let me just run the app. Terminate the app. Let me see the result in the logcat, that what is the problem over here. Wait a minute. So it's a grid layout manager. I am going to use it. Yes, I have already used it. Now layout manager, so go to new layout manager. Here we have already written like grid layout manager, new grid layout manager, recycler view dot set layout manager, recycler view. We have already done like recycler view dot set layout manager is a grid layout. Now, instead of add item decoration, now let me just run the code once again. Terminate the app. Okay, see, now finally we get the result. So this is the grid layout. It's a two grids. It's a two grid, right? Now let me just take, instead of 2, keep it 3. Wait a minute, keep it 3 and run the code and show the output, that how it looks like. So terminate the app and see, it's a grid of 3. Fine. So students, this is how you can use the grid layout and the linear layout manager classes inside the recycler view. So students, that's all about the recycler view in Android. I hope you will get a better idea that how we can utilize the recycler view and why it is used much than the linear layout and the grid layout. Fine. If you have any doubt in this lecture, then please feel free to ask me. Thank you so much.